Basilica Cistern is one of the most emblematic and most visited spots in Istanbul. But is it actually worth visiting, or is it just an overhyped tourist trap? In this video, I'm breaking it all down. The price, the experience, the alternatives, and my honest opinion as someone who lives here in Istanbul. So if you're ready, let's get into it. But before we go in, let me give you a quick history of this place. The cistern was built in 532 AD under the orders of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I. In Turkish, locals call it Yerebatan Sarnıcı, or sometimes Yerebatan Sarayı, which translates to this subterranean palace, and honestly, once you see it, you'll understand why. The name Basilica Cistern comes from the fact that there was once a basilica standing on this very site before the cistern was built beneath it. According to historical sources, the cistern supplied water drawn from aqueducts and rainfall to the Great Palace, where the Byzantine emperors lived, and to the surrounding buildings, serving the city's water needs for hundreds of years. After the Ottoman conquest of Istanbul in 1453, the cistern continued to serve Topkapi Palace for a time. Eventually, as the surrounding area became more urbanized, it gradually opened up to broader public use. Now let's start with one of the most important things before you visit this museum. So let's start with the new fees. So as of June of 2026, unfortunately, the Basilica Cistern, once again, for the second time of the year, it has increased its price. So before it was like 1,150 liras per person. Now, as of June of 2026, is 2,250 liras per person. I will be leaving the equivalent in euros here on the screen. So yeah, that's one bad thing. And also, once again, this museum is not included in the Museum Pass Istanbul or the Museum Pass Turkey. So that means that if you have any of these cards, if you want to visit the Basilica Cistern, you still have to purchase another ticket just for this museum. Another thing that changed is that for the Basilica Cistern, as of June of 2026, some rules have changed already, because actually it changed of administration. Before it was under the administration of the municipality of Istanbul, but now it has changed to the Ministry of Culture of Turkey. So now basically it changed administration, so that's why they changed prices and some other rules. So now the Basilica Cistern doesn't have a night shift. Now it's open daily, but only from 9 in the morning till 7 p.m. Before June of 2026, it was open till 10 p.m. and even they had night shifts available for extra price, of course, but now that is gone already. So now they only have one shift until 7 p.m. open daily, and for the same price, 2,250 liras per person. Now, where you can purchase the tickets for the Basilica Cistern. In fact, there are only two ways. So the first one will be buying them only on the day of the visit directly from the ticket office. There you will have to pay 2,250 Turkish liras per person. And the last one will be through third-party companies online. But once again, and this is something that I keep repeating over and over again through my videos, and this is for you because I don't want you to be scammed or to pay extra money that you shouldn't pay, because let's remember that the tickets are already quite expensive. So through third-party companies, you will pay even extra money. So you can do that. You can find many companies online, but once again, I don't suggest them, because one, you will be paying much more money for their services, and also many of them might not even be legit, and you are at risk of getting scammed. So once again, my best recommendation as a local that has been living here in Istanbul for the past 10 years will be to purchase your tickets directly from the ticket office on the day of your visits. That's it. Another important point will be if you can skip the line to visit the Basilica Cistern. Unfortunately, there is not such benefit for this one. It's not like in Hagia Sophia that there is a combined ticket where you can also have the benefit to skip the line. Unfortunately, for the Basilica Cistern, all of you have to line up. You can wait maybe 5 minutes, but sometimes you might wait 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and there is no way you can skip the line for this museum. However, if you booked a private tour, because that's one benefit that this monument is giving, that those tourists that have a private tour, they have preferential entry. So that means that you don't have to wait in line to visit the Basilica Cistern. So if you have your private guide, he will give you the tickets and you will enter the Basilica Cistern within minutes. And if that's your case and you would like to book a private tour to visit these and many other incredible spots around Istanbul and Turkey, make sure to check out our itineraries at remindertour.com. We specialize in private tours, and over the last 3 years we have hosted thousands of amazing guests from all over the world, people who got to experience this city and this country like a true local. We offer circuits that cover everything from the most iconic highlights to the hidden gems you won't find in any guidebook. Whether you want to explore the city's must-sees or discover the spots that locals actually love, we have something for you. We also offer food tours where you'll get to taste the absolute best flavors Istanbul has to offer. And if you're interested, you can even do that tour with me. To get in touch, just send us an email or a WhatsApp message. You'll find all the details in the description box and pinned comment, and our team will get back to you right away with all the information and a quote. And because we love taking care of our followers, if you book a tour with us, just mention the code BEAT and we'll have a little surprise waiting for you. And now if you're asking what's the best time to visit the Basilica Cistern, I will tell you that the best time will be as early as possible, as early as it opens. That means not after 11 or even 12. And why is this? Because especially if you're visiting Istanbul during the high season, which goes from, let's say, the beginning of June up till mid-September, usually that's the high season here in the country. Of course, we will be having many more tourists, the crowds, there will be a lot of lines in most of the monuments, especially in the Basilica Cistern. The Basilica Cistern after Hagia Sophia is probably the most visited monument. So, and for example, today there were three cruise ships docking in Istanbul. 3 cruise ships docking in Istanbul. So even I arrived today by 10 in the morning and it was already so crowded, like there was already lines. So that is why I am telling you that visit it as early as possible. And in case that you are in Istanbul and you want to track if there will be some cruise ships docking that day or during those days or week that you will be here in Istanbul, I suggest you check this website, which is Life Saving. This is Cruise Mapper, and you can check by month, and it will show you how many ships will be docking that time in different cities of the world, including Istanbul. So this will be very useful to plan accordingly. And obviously the best time will be during winter months, that usually will be from late November to mid-March. That will be like the best season because there will barely be any lines. So if you come during that time, you will enjoy much better. You will not be waiting that long in lines. So, but if you don't have any other time and you can only travel during the summer months, which is the peak season here in the country, including Istanbul, then I suggest either visiting it as early as possible, so you don't have to wait under the heat in the long lines that sometimes can take 1 hour to enter, or visit it just right before closing time. Also, if it closes at 7, maybe you can go around 5:30 or even 6, and then you will not be waiting in line, because by that time already the tours are gone. Now, if you're thinking of visiting the Basilica Cistern, this is how long you're gonna take to visit it. So maximum 30 to 35 minutes. In reality, the Basilica Cistern is a very, very small place. So even sometimes you can do it in 20 minutes. So maximum just plan 30 to 35 minutes just to see it slowly, thoroughly, and you can take in all the details of this beautiful place. And after watching this video, you still consider that you don't want to pay 2,250 lira just to visit the Basilica Cistern, please stay in the video, because in a little bit later on I will be showing you 2 other alternatives of cisterns and that are completely free to enter. And the best thing is that they are just a few meters away from the Basilica Cistern. So stay tuned. And if any of you with mobility restrictions are planning on visiting this museum, let me tell you that you won't have any trouble. Actually, this museum is fully suitable for visitors, even for wheelchair users. So here there are some stairs, but you will be able to find a lift that will be able to take you all the way down to the bottom of the cistern. And once you are in the bottom of the cistern, everywhere is flat, so you will not have any problem. And also this place, I mean, even though right now outside is quite hot, here you will not feel hot at all. Actually, here it's really nice. The only thing is that obviously the humidity is quite high, but other than that, it's really nice. It's very refreshing. So even in the very hot, in the very warm days of Istanbul during summer times, this is like a little escape from the heat. So this is a perfect spot. Inside the cistern, there are 336 columns, each measuring 9 meters in height. These columns are erected at 4.80-meter intervals, forming 12 rows, each containing 28 columns. Carved from various types of marble, most of the columns consist of a single piece, while some are composed of two parts. The capitals of the columns exhibit different features. Some reflect the Corinthian style, while others stand out with plain, unadorned capitals. Except for a few of the columns with angular or fluted shapes, most of them are observed to be cylindrical. In terms of scale, this thing is massive. It covers roughly 10,000 square meters, and it could hold up to 80,000 tons of water. That makes it the largest covered cistern in Istanbul. Now it's time to take you to one of the main characteristics that distinguishes this beautiful cistern, and that most of people come particularly to see those. So those are the legendary Medusa heads. Both their positioning as their origin remain a mystery up till now, but it is said that they were recycled from an antique building of the late Roman period. And now we are heading to one of the hidden gems. This is a real hidden gem, and tourists rarely know about this place, and it's incredible because it's just behind Hagia Sophia. It's literally in the heart of Gülhane Park, which is just behind Hagia Sophia. So I will show you this little cistern, which is also very historical. So let's go there. So this is the other cistern, an alternative option that I wanted to show you. This is not the first time that I show it in one of my videos. In fact, I showed it about two years ago, just right after it opened, after the municipality of Istanbul restored it and then opened for the first time to visitors. So once again, I really wanted to show you this because this is a real hidden gem still. I mean, I can see more and more tourists are discovering this place, so probably it's not as hidden gem as before, but that's totally perfect. I mean, these places really deserve more exposure, so that is why I'm also showing it once again after 2 years. And well, this is also an ancient Byzantine cistern. This is a 1,600-year-old underground cistern, but of course it's not as large as the Basilica Cistern. This one is quite small. It only has 12 columns, and as you can see, it's quite small, so you can see it in 5-10 minutes. But it's really worth a visit because even if you didn't have the chance to visit the Basilica Cistern, you can have a general idea of what an ancient Roman cistern used to look like. So with this, you can have a great idea. And also regarding the accessibility of this cistern, unfortunately, as you just saw, this is not wheelchair user friendly, unfortunately. So if you have some mobility restrictions, you will have a hard time visiting this one because there is only the stairs to go down. And if you want to visit this cistern is open from 10 in the morning till 6 p.m. and is closed on Sundays. And the ticket entrance is free. You don't have to pay anything. So that's, I guess, the best part of this cistern. And now we are heading to the second alternative for a cistern that you can visit here in Sultanahmet. And this one you won't believe it because actually it's under a carpet carpet shop, and this carpet shop is just next to the Blue Mosque. So I will show you that one. Also, I already showed it in one of my videos here on my channel, maybe about 5 years ago, and ever since I haven't showed it again, so I will do it once again for the new viewers that are coming to the channel. If you're interested in visiting this cistern, it is open daily from 9 in the morning till 6 p.m. So this is the other cistern I was telling you about, and the most interesting thing is that it is under a rock shop, Nakash shop, which is very close to Arasta Bazaar and just next to the Blue Mosque. And this cistern has a very interesting history because, in fact, some decades ago when the shop bought this place, this building, no one even knew that there was a cistern underneath. But when they were doing all the restoration work in the building, they were doing some excavations, and all of these, they found out that there was a cistern underneath. So that's how they discovered it. Later on, part of the government, like municipality, they came over, they checked everything, and well, they just left this cistern to the shop. And if you're interested in visiting it, it's totally free to enter. You don't have to pay for any entrance fee. And also, if you want, even you can check here the beautiful rocks they have, the beautiful ceramics as well, tiles and pottery and all of these things. In case that you are interested, I will not be able to film that because it's forbidden to record the rocks and inside the shop itself. But here inside the cistern, it's totally allowed to record and to show you. Here in the cistern, you will be able to find a temporary exhibition where you can learn more about the Hippodrome of Constantinople, which is located just next to the Blue Mosque. So with this exposition, you will be able to have a wider idea about what Constantinople and the Hippodrome used to look like. If you have some mobility restrictions or you are a wheelchair user, unfortunately, you might have a lot of difficulty visiting this specific cistern because there is not a lift and it's not adapted for you because there are only stairs. So now the verdict. Is it worth visiting the Basilica Cistern in 2026? I will give you my honest review, and I do believe that the Basilica Cistern is one of the most emblematic and one of the most magical places and unique that you can visit here in the city. So I do believe that if it is your very first time in the city, it's a must visit monument. And I totally understand that probably the prices in 2026 might be quite discouraging for many of you, especially if we take into consideration that specifically for the Basilica Cistern, the visit maximum takes 30 to 35 minutes. So paying 2,250 liras for only 30 minutes, that can be quite a lot. But still, I do believe that if you have the budget, and you should definitely visit it because it's a very unique place, especially with the Medusa heads. And not to mention that also this specific place, the Basilica Cistern, has been featured, has been shown in different Hollywood movies, like From Russia with Love, a James Bond movie film in 1963, and also a movie with Tom Hanks, which is Inferno, which is based on the novel by Dan Brown, who also wrote the well-known novel The Da Vinci Code. So I mean, how cool is that? However, even if after watching this video and you still consider that you don't really want to pay that amount of money just for a 30-minute visit to the Basilica Cistern, that's totally okay. I already gave you two other amazing alternatives of cisterns as well. Not as magical as the Basilica Cistern, but still they are very unique, they are beautiful on their own. So you already have some other alternatives. Also here, like in the Old Peninsula, these are not the only cisterns that you can visit. There are many others, even some others that haven't even been discovered yet. But little by little, I'll be trying to show you those other cisterns as well, so you can have more options when you come to Istanbul. But now, I would love to hear it from you as well, because for us, reading your thoughts and your opinions it's very important as well. And also other travelers who might be reading the comment section, they can also have a better idea from your own experience in case that you already visited Istanbul and specifically the Basilica Cistern. Have you visited this place and do you consider it's worth the price in 2026? Let us know in comments below. So now you know what to expect from the Basilica Cistern. No surprises, no regrets. If this video helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I live in Istanbul and this is exactly what I do here on this channel. And if this is your first time visiting the city, I already made a super useful video breaking down the most common scams in Istanbul and how to avoid them. Link is right up here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.